We kind of already touched like the surface of this, but like, how many different ways can you make money as a rapper? Like a lot of people think like, oh, so you buy his music on iTunes and you know, gets paid royalties, but they don't consider like you booking shows. They don't consider like this business card thing that you said your associate was doing. That's completely new to me. That's pretty creative. So, what ways can
Yeah.
you actually make money as a rapper? Like the different ways.
So it's like you said with them streaming your music on iTunes, and you got show money. You know, some people charge for interviews. You know, when you're going out of town, you could tell a person you want. Look, you're gonna have to do this, this, and that for me in order for me to get there. Merchandise is another one. You know, having your own, brand that you branded and your clothing line and stuff. What other ways, man? Just to me, them like the main important ones: the merchandise, the streams, and the show money. That's where all your money coming from. But see, the only way you gonna get paid for shows is if you bringing people in there. You have to be able to attract people to come in there because a promoter is not going to book you for money if you only bringing one or two people into his venue. So if you could bring 50 to 100 people in his venue, then you could talk to him about, like, let's say if he don't want to just pay you straight cash, right? He don't want to necessarily pay you straight cash. You could be
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, well, how about you take the bar and I take the door money? He's still getting something out of it. And it's like, you bring in, let's say he charging $10, you charge $10 to get in, and you taking the door money, and 200 people come, that's $2,000 easy for you, easy, so that's, to me, that's the best way. Show money, merchandise, and the streams is kind of weird because if you don't have a big fan base, then you're not gonna make that much off streams. You're only gonna be making like a couple dollars a month if you don't have a big fan base. So you got to build your fan base up more so for them streams versus the show money. If you bringing people with you, some of these cats, they got 100 cats they hang with, but only 10 of them will show up to the show. So if you
Mm-hmm.
can't bring all 100 of them in there, the promoter is not going. He's not going to look at it like that because he can get 10 people in his venue without, booking anybody. He does
Right.
that throughout the week. People come and might sit down just to eat at his venue. So you got to be able to attract people to that venue and show them that you can put on the show, because even though you attracting them people there, if these people don't like your music, then it's just like he wasted his time with you. So
Right.
yeah, the show money for sure, and the merchandise money. You get people that like your brand and like your merchandise to where they buying it like that. Like Nipsey was charging $100 for a shirt. You don't have to sell that many shirts to make $1,000. You just 10 shirts. It's easy. You sell 30 shirts for $300. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
$9,000 easy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just simple mathematics, really. You got to know how to sell yourself, basically. And if you're not selling
Right.
yourself right, then nobody's gonna want the product.
Right. So like you brought up streaming, like how do royalties work when it comes to streaming? Like what's an example like a percentage that a streaming platform takes and then how much would you take home on like a I guess a certain amount of listeners?
It depends. It depends on who you go through, because I know a lot of them, they have different ratings. But like with United Masters, like I said, I do the premium,
Hmm.
and so
You get the
say
flat
for
fee.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So they only taking $60 a year from me, and the rest that I accumulate over the year is mine. So, and for instance, if I make $1,000 this month, that $1,000 is mine. It's like I don't have to pay them nothing out of it, or worry about them taking that $60 every month out of what I'm making. So I can accumulate so much money and then only have to pay them $60 a year. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
to me, they are the best platform to use, because, like
Hmm.
I said, all the other ones, they keep charging you yearly to keep your songs on there, even though it's only like $10. Who wants to keep paying $10 a year to keep their song somewhere? And then if you don't pay that $10, they take your song off, and it's no longer able to be listened to on whatever platform you have it on. So with United Masters, you just one time you put it on there free. You don't have to pay to put it on there. The only thing you pay for is if you want 100% royalties, and you don't even have to do that. If you don't do that, I think they take like 40 cent or something. It's like 40 cent or something like that out of your streams, out of each one of your streams that you get, depending on how much you get. So they're not really taking that much, but I don't want them taking nothing. Like I ain't I'm greedy at this point with my money. Like I'm stingy. I don't want to have to give y'all more than I have to, you know. So
Right,
I did the premium, the $60 a month thing, and I ain't got no complaints with them, man. And after I think it's like after $50 you can cash out. But man, I just let it keep going up. Like I ain't taking nothing out till I get to where I'm trying to get to. Like I'm not
right,
going I'm not gonna get too antsy. I had, a couple partners. I try to preach to them the same thing. Like just leave it in there. Don't touch it. I don't care how hungry you get. Just find you another hustle that can, keep you going and leave that money where it's at, because at the end of the day, that's your money, and then it takes a lot. When you building it from the bottom up, it takes a lot to get paid off them streams the way you want to get paid off of them. Like I said, I've done numerous shows. I've dealt with I did the mixtape with Jada Kiss. So just going out and meeting different people and building your followers and your fan base up, that's the way to do it with the streams. But if you don't have, like I said, if you don't have that fan base, then you're not gonna see that much. It's only gonna be like a couple dollars a month. I'm a witness to this, because that's how it started out for me before I got to where I'm at now. Like, and I don't even I promote and I promote and I promote. Also, it's about that too. You can't just put your music out and then expect everybody to go listen to it. You got to put it out there in their face, because you only got so many listeners who actually gonna just go check you out all the time without you saying something. You
right.
gotta put it out there in their face. And even the haters, you throw it in their face too, because they are your biggest fans. They your biggest fans, or your biggest supporters, I should say. Yes, they are hating on you, but guess what? This hater just told 10 haters, and them 10 haters just told another 20 haters, and them 20 haters just told another 100 haters. And so now you got all these haters that's listening to your music just to talk about how much they don't like you. It's all good promotion at the end of the day, bro. And that's how you got to look at it. Like, I don't get mad when
Yeah.
people say they don't like my music. I'd be like, that's fine. I mean, you're not the only one, I'm sure, but I rarely get that. But when I do get it, I'd be like, cool. I might get a thumbs down on one of my videos that's about doing something righteous, and I'd be like, oh, look, I got a hater. That's cool. I like that. I love that. I got a
No,
hater.
that's one of the 48 laws of power. Like all media is good media, both
Yeah.
good and bad. Like, because that means that people talking about you, and if no one's talking about you, yeah, I think in that book they talked about P.T. Barnum, the person who was responsible for making what's known as the modern day circus. And
Mm-hmm.
like he would have people would be critiquing him and people that would love him. And if like the well got too dry, no one was talking anything about him, he would publish something from another company critiquing his own stuff just to get the conversation started.
People to talk. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you an artist, a rap artist that's good at doing what we talking about right now.
Uh-huh.
Drake. Drake is he's like top notch with it, because you see the Hotline Bling, for instance. He
Mm-hmm.
did that little dance on there and got like 50,000 million memes of it, right? But if you go on YouTube right now and look at how many views that video got, he got 1 billion views on that video, just
That's
because people want to go see him do that dance that they think is stupid. They think I don't get why he dancing like that. But you watched it 1 billion times and you still haven't figured out why he's doing that. He's doing that because he know that it's gonna bring attention to him. And all the
right.
other stuff that he do. It's another reason why Gotti signed Black Youngster to his label because he act crazy, he do a bunch of stuff, and people be like, why is he doing this? But guess what? It's gonna always be eyes on CMG because of him, because he does the most what they like to call remedial stuff. Like it's just you just don't expect him to do the stuff that he do because he rich and he just I don't know how to explain it, bro. He goofy, but at the same time he like a serious goofy though, and people love it. They don't love it, but they love it at the same time because they always click on it. So that it's all a tactic for real. It's a gimmick. That's what they call it.
Gimmick. I like that. I can see that. And with Drake, I mean, I think he's done that a few times. Do some
Oh yeah.
controversial just to get people on the video, and hopefully he keeps doing that. And he stays out of the limelight for other controversial stuff, like not knowing how to use the toilet. Like the whole thing with
Oh
that Instagram
man.
model and like putting
Hold
hot
on,
sauce in the
hold on,
condom.
because see, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that.
You,
But you
you
know
didn't you, did,
what?
you didn't hear about that? The Instagram model called the call.
No, see, he be doing stuff though, and that's what I'm saying. That's one of his tactics, bro. He probably do know how to use the toilet, but if I say I don't know how to use the toilet, you know how viral that's gonna go. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I
Right,
say
right,
about
right,
Drake,
right. So
bro.
instead, he's gonna put this hot sauce in the condom to stop the pregnancy, instead of using the toilet like 99% of other dudes after they finish.
That's
Let,
crazy.
no,
Nah,
no, no.
man.
Google it. After we finish with this, Google it. That happened.
Nah,
It's
man.
scan into real life. So, um, I almost forgot the next question I was about to ask. Let me go ahead and don't get too far off topic. But like, if so what's the best way that someone can support like a independent artist like yourself? Like, what's the best way that a fan can support you? Like, because some
The
people might not actually know the best way they can support you. Like,
the
what can they do?
freeway. The freeway.
Oh,
The way that you don't have to pay. So when I say the freeway, I mean subscribing to their YouTube, you know, add them on, I mean, listen to them on iTunes and Spotify on the things that you don't have to pay for their music on. Yes, you have to pay monthly for that subscription or whatever, but that music on there is technically free, you know, because we not physically seeing no profit off there unless you just constantly streaming and streaming and streaming it. But the subscribing to people's YouTube, or you know, if somebody got their own website, you know, and you want to go hear their music, and that's the only place you can get it, go to their website, or you know, go to their shows. You know, some people when they do shows, man, they'd be like, the first 20 people show up, I'm getting you in free. And people don't, you know, people still don't jump on stuff like that. And I feel like that's why a lot of independent artists are not as far as they could be, because people don't go and support freely, like the free stuff. Like I said, it don't cost nothing to click subscribe on YouTube, bro. Like
right.
it's just like people don't. I'm not gonna say people don't care, but people just be like, oh, I don't gotta subscribe. I could just go back to his page whenever, you know. But then you're gonna be asking me when something new drop, versus if you subscribe, it's gonna come down on your phone and it's gonna send you a notification, you know, and then you don't have to ask the person, whoever the artist is, when your new video coming out or what's new on your YouTube channel, you know. You
Right.
subscribe, man. That's a one-time thing, and you don't have to keep doing it. Or you can go follow them on social media. You know, that's free. All you gotta do is click follow. You ain't gotta pay to go on nobody's page. You don't have to pay to talk to nobody. And it's best to talk to these cats now versus when they get to a higher level, because then you gonna think they be in Hollywood when they too busy to deal with you. But at the time when they was down low, you wasn't even trying to put them on your radar. You know, you knew about them, but you didn't really support them like that until it was, you know, it was all the way up there. And now they looking at you crazy because they like, bro, I tried to do this, and that with you. I tried to get you to subscribe then, and you never even subscribe. So it's like now you got to pay to come to my show. Versus if you was one of my first off the jump subscribers, I might have flew you out here to the show. You could have had front row seats or even been on the stage with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the best thing to do, man. Just support when it's free.
Okay.
Yeah, support when it's free, man. They like to wait till the last minute. You know, a lot of people they like to go off of what everybody else is doing. So if everybody else is listening to you and they feel like, okay, I'm gonna go listen to them now. But if ain't nobody listening to you, then they like, oh, I ain't gonna be the one. I don't want to be the one
The
to
sheep
listen.
mentality.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
What's up, everyone? What you just watched was a clip from one of the episodes of the Side Hustler Society podcast. So if you're interested in this clip, I encourage you to check out the full episode linked in the description and also on the end screen right now. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and hit that bell notification if you want to be notified when the show comes out. And thumbs up on the video greatly helps. Appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next video.